First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You talk about this Lions defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
This a quick pass to Davis. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Ooh, the juke. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
and both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Right back to Pitts again. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the football.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. An inside give to Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Thanks to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Second and 1. This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
2nd and 10. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give right side for Gibbs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll take this one down to the 36. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 14, Lions, nothing. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do. But I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago. Even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shots on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
3rd and 3. Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Len McConkey from 10 yards out. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-0.